Welcome everyone to the Quitstong Geekcast. I am your host. I am Herald Silvestre, welcoming you to the Quitstong Media Studios studio. That is right. It's Sunday once again, and we got a lot to talk about today. We got love, death, robots, bad batches, maybe some legends of the Hidden Temple, and so much more. With me today is the man known in the far, far west as the sensei of humor. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Derek O'Brien.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Konichi, what is up? How we doing? It's your boy Sensei, or Derek, you can call me whatever. Yes, guys, I'm super excited today. Yeah, you can call me bad names, good names, it's all good. Sensei takes it as love, so I appreciate everybody here. But welcome, guys. We're so excited today again. We got great topics. We got Love, Death, Robots. We got Star Wars. We got some trailers. Oh, man, it's going to be exciting. And I'm excited that you guys are here to experience it with us. It's going to be fun.
Dude, we do have some trailers. We're going to be spitting some venom today.
We got some venom today.
A little carnage, a little maximum carnage.
Yeah, a little crazy.
Dude, okay, off the bat, man, I'm so curious. So curious. Oh, we're not starting. See, we've started. I'm so curious. How did you react the second you saw it? Because you messaged us in the chat, I think, like seconds after you watched the whole thing.
I did, yeah. My immediate reaction was, I'm excited. For those in chat who don't know, I'm a huge Venom fan. I love Venom. So I'm a little biased. A lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy the first movie. I liked it, but I like anything that had Venom in it. I'm just happy to see something. With Venom. So I was excited to see that. Carnage is amazing. Woody Allen is a perfect. Did I say Woody Allen?
Harrelson.
Woody Allen. Harrelson. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson. Perfect actor
Woodies,
for Carnage.
man.
It's a lot of Woodies. But yeah, I can't wait for that to unfold. I will for sure talk about it a little bit more. But immediate reaction was, oh man, I'm pumped. And September is not too far away. So not that long.
Yeah.
So
Only months ago, we were like, man, it's too long, man. I can't wait till May for all this other stuff. So yeah, I get you, man.
Very good to hear that.
Next thing you know, you're all vaccinated and ready to go to the theaters.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. So we do have a lot to talk about today. Unfortunately, no Wancho because he's got to spend some time with his kid.
Yes.
Daddy duties.
Gotta
come first. So shout out to Aiden. When you're old enough to listen to this episode, Aiden, know that your father was a legend, a myth, because we never saw him on the show.
One of these days, Aiden's just gonna be our third chair.
Bring him in, dude.
Bring him in.
I feel like he's ready.
That'd be an amazing show. Just have him like sit on Wancho's lap and just share opinions. Like, what do you think, Aiden? I think that'd be pretty adorable.
Yeah, I agree. And we discussed earlier a little bit during the pre-show that we're gonna have some guests coming over on the Geekcast real soon. We have Quanton Langford from the Creative Brew, who's been eager to come on, and we got to schedule him. I want to get a couple of local pro wrestlers to come on the show and share their experiences. So yeah, we're expanding, because we're right before the great barrage of Disney content that we're gonna get in the forms of Loki and What If and Black Widow and Shang-Chi. We want to reach out to the folks that interest us in our immediate vicinity. So we want to talk about that kind of stuff. Maybe have a little tie-up with the guys over at Film Fumblers. Maybe have them come on and share their wisdom. Yes. I love those guys.
I love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Derek, I want to swing for the fences. I want to get one of the daddies from Dungeons and Daddies, at least one, on the Quitstong
Just one,
Geekcast.
yeah, man. Just one, man.
Just one. I want to get like Freddy, or you know what? I think I'd want to get the Daddy Master.
Daddy Master would be awesome to have. His sister's on Critical Role, yeah.
Yeah. Ashley Birch. There's just talented people on the internet, a lot of talented people. Oh man, okay, shake it off, Derek, shake it off. We gotta talk about a lot of stuff like Love, Death, and Robots, but we start the show off fairly similar each week, and I ask you guys what you've been up to. I want to add a little twist to that today, Derek. And people come on the Quit Song Geekcast. They see us in the Spotify top 10 list of podcasts, and they're like, "What are these guys all about? Quit Song? What does that even mean? Why are they geekcasting?" So here's one thing I want to add a little spin to, Derek, this week.
Let's do it.
Give us one of your... No, I had this better prepared. Sorry. Derek, give us one of your geek credentials. Why... And I really set this up better in my head. Why... I don't want to make it sound like we're cocky. Like, why should people listen to you? No, it's not like that. It's more of... How passionate are you about geek stuff? Give us an example of your geek credentials. Like, did you cosplay as Darth Vader in the burning sun of Tatooine or LA one afternoon?
Well,
give us one.
Let's just say, back in the olden days, I did get a wedgie head stuffed in the toilet quite a bit. So, being bullied. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just joking.
Give us their names and we shall write them in the
I would
Death
say
Note.
from my assortment, I guess I don't know. I've. It's hard to say this too. I get what you're saying now. It's hard to kind of.
You don't want to show off, but you want to be able.
Yeah, I mean, I all my life I've kind of gotten to if there was such a thing as a geek fad. Like, I played all the cards, played all Pokemon, I played Yu-Gi-Oh, I played Duel Masters, I played...
Oh, dude, that's good.
I watched all the anime. Well, I actually got into anime in middle school, so I can't say that, but...
Okay.
I love Star Wars. And I think it's a family thing, too, because my dad and my grandparents are also, like, minor weebs, and I feel like it's just evolved. It just poured into me. Like, my grandparents are gamers. Yeah, like, I watched my grandmother play a video game at the age when I was like 6 or 7. She's playing Ocarina of Time, and that got me into video games, right? So I'm like that. And then my dad watches Star Trek.
Yeah.
Also loves Star Wars, not as much as Star Trek. My dad's a Trekkie. I'm the Star Wars fan, and that kind of delved me into there. But honestly, man, I feel like I feel like the geek thing is just a shared interest, and I feel like there's so many people out there that have so much good insights and opinions, and I just love hearing about it and talking about like theories and like future like things that might happen in a comic or a game or movies, like we do all the time. We always theorize things like stuff like that, man. So I feel like if you like stuff like that, you're in the right place.
Oh, for sure.
And How about you, man? How about you?
So one thing I wanted to, I actually had not thought about what my answer would be until the second you started talking. I was like, what's mine? What is mine? So I pulled up this photo from 2016 in Asia Pop Comic Con, Manila. So this is one of our biggest comic conventions in the Philippines. We don't get too many, right? And
right. I remember ToyCon Asia Pop. I went to that a couple times.
Yeah, so it's actually just ToyCon Asia Pop are the big names. We have ESGS, the Esports and Gaming Summit for Gaming. We don't get too many of these. So back in 2016, before more and more Marvel movies were capturing our attention, before Endgame and Infinity War even came out and just blew everything even further wide open, I saw this guy on the floor just walking around between convention halls, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I got scared for a minute when you said on the floor. I was like, oh,
he was laying down. No.
You give him CPR. You saved his life.
He was walking, Derek. He was walking.
Okay, good.
For those of you who are unaware, this man is C.B. Sabolsky, one of the great writers of Marvel Comics. And this was at a time before he became editor-in-chief. I knew the name. I'd seen him on social media and just like check that, because I tend to do that sometimes. I check out writers or artists that really interest me and see if they have social media that I could.
Right. I mean, it's the thing too. You usually see the name. You don't usually put a face to the name most of the time. Right.
Exactly.
Get it.
So
I get it.
I kind of went out of my way back in the day to like check like how if I recognize them somehow in a con or something, and it just so happened that I did here. Usually it was supposed to be for like Filipino artists like Lionel Yu and Carlo Pagulayan, who I've also had the pleasure of meeting. Miko Suwayan, who made one of the most recent or the recent Filipina superhero wave. So, I saw CB Sabolsky on the floor. No one knew who he was, Derek, and I was like, "This is my chance." I ran up to him in the convention hall, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Do I do this now? Is anyone gonna judge me for doing this?" No one went up to him, so I was like, "Is this like a faux pas?" I'd never been to a Comic-Con before, so I was like, "Is this supposed to be like a line where he charges you money for this?" So I just got one of the posters that they were giving away. I had nothing else to sign. My backup was going to be that Captain America shirt I was wearing that he had nothing to do with. So I went up to him with this poster and I was like, CB, could you sign my thing? He was so nice, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, no problem."
That's awesome,
Then he started signing it, and then we took this photo as well. I think he was dashing from the bathroom into the convention hall. And like, look, he looks so relieved. Right? He's like, "Yeah, I just took a pee." This guy.
Oh, he looks very friendly, like very, very easygoing for sure too.
I only got to talk to him for like 30 seconds, Eric, but this guy is a teddy bear from what I could tell.
That's awesome, man.
This is one of the best moments. And then, years later, he got named as Marvel Editor-in-Chief, and I was just like, I am so proud of being able to gather up the courage to talk to him.
Right. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, that's one of my geek credentials. Is I could spot very few, but
a writer
Marvel writers, and recognize them for the great work that they do, and just that's one of mine.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
All that aside, Derek, now that we've flashed our geek cards on screen and on the audio, give me a brief rundown of what you've been up to. I hear you've been playing some Overwatch.
Yeah, I played with Overwatch. This guy named Herald yesterday. I think he's on the Geekcast or something like that.
He's terrible.
Somewhere.
Thanks for carrying
with Joe
him.
Mike in chat. Yeah, right. Joe Mike and French. That was fun. I haven't played Overwatch in a long time, and it was just straight fun, man. Just a lot of laughters. We had a lot of good wins, man. That was fun.
We've been meaning to do it for a couple of weeks. We keep saying like,
the schedule's kind of been conflicting, but we finally got down to it, and that was a lot of fun. Other than that, man, I've just been just still on the regular show grinds, watching Bad Batch, which we will be talking about. Love, Death, and Robots came out the 14th, yesterday already?
Yeah,
yesterday. Watched the whole thing. I mean, it's not that long. It's like less than an hour to binge it. Castlevania came out. I binged that whole thing. That was amazing.
I love to catch up, dude.
You gotta get. I mean, it's the perfect time. And for those, it's 20. It's about like 20-minute episodes. I think the first season's like 4 episodes, then 6, then
so
8
I
and 10
could
or something.
potentially
It's not
knock
a lot.
it down in like a day or two, right?
Oh, definitely. And it's not long at all. Yeah, it's bingeable, like really easily bingeable, and it's really good. The animation is top tier, man. Like one of the best I've seen. So, I mean, it's like video games and anime into one, so it's pretty cool. Very highly recommend. But other than that, just been, just gaming like usual. Playing with you guys, and that's about it. How about you, man? Anything crazy going on?
Just gaming with a guy named no. No, honestly, like that's kind of what I wanted to do all week after having kind of a long week at work. Even having a holiday on Thursday, like I just wanted to chill and relax and not think about anything. And I was so happy to be able to just play video games with you guys yesterday. Like Francis and Joe, we've never really played with. I've never really played with Joe, so like it was great to finally get a chance to do that, and hopefully we can keep playing and just chilling.
That was really fun. I had a really great time.
Yeah, man, awesome. Like we started kind of wild, we were like, oh no, we're everywhere, and we started like coming together. There was a little cohesion going on.
It's like the first Avengers movie, we're all great, but we're just kind of not together yet. We needed that one death. Once we saw someone die, we're like, all right, no. We lost the point once. We're like, all right, no. That was our Agent Coulson moment.
I think the best thing was
we lost
someone left
they were
game.
like, nope.
Like 2 people left from our team, and they got replaced with good people.
Oh my God, you're right. We were missing 2 people. Then 2 people came in. Oh Lord, that's so funny.
Oh,
that is it.
Oh yeah, it was good stuff. Just chilling because there's a lot more work for me to do this week. Not just my day job, but I want to do more for Quit Stalling, and at the same time, I'm juggling that with being able to do more passion project stuff, like the thing me and DZ are working on. So yeah, it's really cool. Francis, I really hope we can talk about that soon. If we have something when we have like a finalized thing to show, I think that's when I'll properly bring it up here on the Geekcast and on Game Bite. But right now, I don't want to pre-talk about anything until it's good. And then,
I hear you.
Yeah, man. And then last night, my raiding team, Bacon and Kegs from the guild Convert to Raid, we finally killed the last boss in World of Warcraft of this tier, of
nice,
this raiding
man.
tier. It took 5 months, which is way longer than what we normally do. We had a lot of people rotate in and out because of schedules changing and people getting busy.
5 months, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
and COVID too was kind of rough for us, but yeah, we finally got him down, and it was a really fun fight. It was a really epic fight. That's why we didn't really mind grinding everything out. This last fight took us like 3 weeks, 3 weekends to get down. We're very casual. Casual.
Right. That's nice though. It's nice to be casual and then, like we were saying, have a lot of fun, right? Not like
for
super
sure.
Crazy.
Like, and what I like about my raid team is like you're not required to be there every week. We understand that life gets busy, so if you need to take like a couple of weeks off or a month off, then that's fine. And that's part of what took us so long, is people had to duck in and out, which is fine. In the end, we got the kill, we got the achievements, we got the glory.
Yes,
baby.
Nice, man.
And some people got
Francis was saying he was referring to the Avengers reference for the shawarma.
Oh, dude, I love shawarma.
Shawarma's good. Joe's actually asked if anyone's tried it. I actually
regularly.
Weirdly, I first tried it when I went to the Philippines when I was at college there.
Yes.
It's good, man. Shawarma's really good. Oh, I used to always.
Rice?
Yeah, dude, just like on the. I love even just the on the side. They just have the. What is it? It's lamb, right? Is it lamb?
Yeah. You can get lamb, beef, or chicken, and then you get
and
the
they just like
sauce.
cut it. And they put it in the pita. I'm just like extra meat. I'll pay whatever. Just stuff it. Stuff that thing.
The first time I ate shawarma with Derek, he actually had his face covered like this because he just grew a beard and he didn't want to show us.
Yeah, I was like,
you put his hand over.
You know what's
his mouth.
funny? I actually didn't really grow my beard until I came back here.
I remember always that. Yeah.
In the Philippines, I just always shaved it because it's just so hot.
Yeah.
You're just
I've never had to deal with this, Derek, but it gets itchy, right, with the heat.
It does get itchy. It does, yeah. If it's a little hotter. Oh yeah, for sure.
Man,
it does feel good though to wash it. You're just like, scrub it.
Just more hair to shampoo.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That is the question, chat. Do you shampoo your beard or do you soap your beard?
Oh, I know some people have like specialized like oils and shampoos for their beard specifically, right? So.
Yeah, I do have a couple of I used to have coworkers that put beard oils like every day. They would comb it and everything. I don't do any of that, but yeah, it gets pretty intensive, like the stuff you can do with your beard. So pretty cool though.
Hey, if you can take care of your beard, you can take care of your huevos, you know.
Yes.
Huevo splash.
That's important. That's always important.
It's very important. Okay, Derek. All right, enough dilly-dallying. I think people are here to find out more about Love, Death, and Robots, and
let's do it.
And we might as well throw in our opinions as well.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
We're saving the news for later. Right now we're gonna talk about Love, Death, and Robots. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Is this it? Is it playing? I don't think it's playing. Should it be playing? Play. There we go.
Love, Death, Robots. Oh, okay.
All right. Derek, let's. I think we're going in sequence here. We're gonna. What was the first episode? I didn't know the titles because they just played them one by one. And automated customer service. There we go. And
yes, there you go.
I was so excited to watch this in that like live premiere thing that I wasn't really paying attention to the names. Oh my gosh, the logos are everywhere. So I'm cleaning up the graphics real quick, people. But yes, Love, Death, and Robots. This first one is kind of
good
like
start. Any starting episode, honestly.
Gosh, yes, yes. Okay, the first thing that came into my head was retirement homes. What is this? Like a nice retirement community?
Right. It kind of got like Wall-E vibes a little bit too, yes. Right? Like I had to start. You're like, okay, there doesn't seem to be too much interaction. There's just a little bit, but there seems to be assisted things that are helping these people live. You can see the machine picking up the dog poop.
It even gave me
very
sorry.
high technology era, right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. It even gave me a couple of blast from the past vibes, because it had that kind of like 50s aesthetic, even though it was also very modern.
Right.
Like if someone came up with this movie, not having gone past like the 20th century, like if that's kind of the vibe I got a little bit, and I really enjoy this. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
With this season of Love, Death, and Robots, because as much as possible, I didn't watch too many of the trailers. How about you, Derek?
Oh yeah, same. So that, honestly, for starters, I was a little sad. Not a little, I was a lot sad. The first season of Robots, Love, Death, and Robots had about 18 episodes? Harold, yeah?
Let me check.
It's a lot.
Yeah, let me check.
And just for some kind of foreground, guys, if you never watched Love, Death, and Robots, it's basically this series of short mini-sodes. They're each different. They're not related to each other in any other way. They're really short. I think the longest one we had was like maybe 18 minutes, and was in the first season, I'm saying. But other than that, there could be like 3 minutes long, 8 minutes long.
Zima Blue is pretty long.
Yeah, and it's just so unique, right? And each episode has its own unique art style. So you could literally have like what you see on screen, or the next one could be like an anime. Like that's why it's so creative. Like I'm not sure if it's different artists probably showcasing their work. I'm sure it is. And we were saying last time we reviewed season 1, it's so appropriate for our time, right? Like, a lot of people have such a hard time binging something because they don't want to stay on it, or it takes a while to build up. Here, it's just one episode and that's it.
Yeah.
For that thing. And so it's really easy to watch. But definitely was sad. And there's only 8 episodes in season 2.
And I feel like COVID probably played a part in that, right? Like they probably had to
sadly
put out what they already had. And dude, the what we got was really visually stunning. So we're talking about automated customer service here for those of you just tuning in. And I got what is that? 2001: A Space Odyssey vibes.
Actually,
right, like HAL and like the automated house that wants to kill you, kind of a thing.
Yes.
And it was a good twist on it. I didn't feel like it was a derivative, like too much of like, oh, this story again, because the tension was really built up, and they had funny story beats where it's like, oh, you think this neighbor was about to save our lead protagonist woman, but he ends up getting shocked almost immediately, and she saves herself essentially. So this is a typical Love, Death, Robots pacing where it's action right away. The start was kind of slow. They set up the story a little bit first, but once it got going, like you felt the tension. You were like, oh no, she goes down.
Oh yeah,
she goes down.
Oh yeah, killer Roomba, pretty much. Just like. It's just crazy, man. And it's the art style. It's so unique, and sometimes it's funny. Obviously this one I liked. The comedy of the customer service agent was the funniest thing, man. Like every time something happened, right? It's just like another level of chaos. It's just like, which is like so true, man. It's like literally customer service.
Yeah, because I think that's what makes it so relatable, right? Is because we've all dealt with those. Press 3 to go to customer service. Press 4 to file a complaint. Like, and that's essentially what makes us relatable. Because if you take that too far, when there's an emergency, like in this situation, it's so frustrating, and it's kind of I think the best word to use is it's unfortunate, I guess, that this is a reality. And oh my god, you see that scene where the fish gets blown up.
It just shredded.
Oh my gosh, it gets microwaved like in Kick-Ass. This is I really enjoyed this one way more than I thought I would, because I thought it was gonna be another
it's a good starting
like,
episode.
Yeah, let's just skip through it. I have to watch this, but in the end, it was very thrilling. And
Mm-hmm.
in a different sense. It felt fresh, right? It did not feel like I mentioned earlier, like, oh, this is just like another version of this. It was more of like, oh, okay, it's another version of what we've seen, kind of, but it works well. It works really well.
The robot too just reminded me of the, I don't know if you guys remember the Interstellar robot that was just like they kind of very, very cubic shape too, like this, but it was just very tall, just like two long rectangular pieces, but it did so much. Like when you actually saw what it did, you're like, whoa, it could do all this. That's literally what this little robot was. Like, oh, this little square thing's kind of cute. Like, yeah, there are 4 of them. Okay, it was 4. Yeah, it just did so many things. Like, you're just like, what does this thing do? And yeah, so it's very interesting. Yeah, first episode was good.
Yeah, it was really good. So kicking us off really well. Overall, Derek, did you expect the finale, or were you like on the edge of your seat? Not finale, the end of this episode, or were you at the edge of your seat the whole time? Because I thought she was gonna die.
I thought definitely the ending was gonna be. I thought the ending was gonna be dark. Either she was gonna die or the pet would get sacrificed somehow.
Oh man, that was the choice. That was her choice.
Right, that was a choice. I was like, oh god, they're gonna go dark. And just to let you guys know, chat, some of these episodes, especially in the first season, some of them get pretty dark. So, just a little warning for going into it. But yeah, I thought, the ending was gonna be a lot worse than what it was. Yeah,
I like that. So let's go into chat. Chat, what did you guys think about the first episode of season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots? Francis says it's a classic take on how they imagine the future. He's also saying if there's an episode you should watch, it's in the first season. It's Zima Blue. Okay. I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I thought Zima Blue was kind of too slow. What did you think? Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I liked it. I don't think it was.
No, I liked it too.
Yeah, I don't think it was as. I don't think of it as highly as other people do. I was surprised that people love it so much, but pleasantly. I was like, okay, great. Like, it is because it's really deep, right? I think I'm just not that deep of a thinker. But
yeah, mine was. I think it was definitely top 3 for me. Zima Blue.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that first one a lot. The first season was the kaiju fight one. I thought that was sick, but the first season had a lot of bangers. Like dude, it was just so good. It's so hard to put anyone like in the lead of another because it's so.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's the thing about Love, Death, and Robots too, right? It's so unique each episode. It's hard to like compare it because it's like its own little thing each one, man. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, chat, let us know if you've seen season 2 of Love, Death, and Robots. Like, Under the Bridge Productions also rating us with a party of 6. Thank you, guys.
Oh man, you're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for. Bridge? Oh man, people are really. Oh, thanks guys. Thanks for the rate. Thank you.
Bridge, you're awesome, man.
Under the Bridge Productions and also Film Fumblers now rating us today, Derek. So
yes, we got a lot of love today. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, appreciate everyone. All right, so for those of you just tuning in, we're talking about Love, Death, and Robots season 2 or volume 2. Oh no, not this one. This. So if you guys have any opinions on the first episode, let us know. What did you guys think?
Yes.
What did you guys
let
think?
us know.
Because overall, Derek, I was very satisfied with this episode. I think my main theme for this one is I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. That's my underlying tone for it.
Right. And I love what chat says. Joe Gills, I didn't even know this was a show. Currently afraid of my Roomba right now. Yeah, man. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen like the first season, it's just Love, Death, and Robots in general. It's such its own category. It's so different. And you're going to see here like just how different each episode is. We're going to get into that. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Francis said it basically kept me on my seat and wondering if she was gonna die, right? Like you're not sure because they put the tension in this episode.
That scene, fluff and fold mother, dude, I love that. Dude, she said fluff and fold mother. It just, oh wait, here, I think I got a thing for it. Fluff and fold mother. There you go. And just, dude, I just love that. It was just. I'm like, wait, when did she say that? And then you see it literally folding, dude. Like, oh, yeah, very good.
They add that tension so well throughout the episode.
They do. They really do.
Yeah, you're never sure. And in the end, she has to get away, and they kind of expand, like, give you a question that begs for the end, where okay, now she's being hunted by all these robots for the rest of her life.
Right.
What is that gonna look like? You know, so it was really cool, and I really
it was very good first episode.
Yeah, I really like that first episode. Okay, Derek, do you want to rate these individually, or do you want to just rate the whole season? I'm curious.
I say we can rate the whole season. The whole season's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right. Here we go. We're going now to our second episode of Love, Death, and Robots, Volume 2. Let me pull up the title of this. Ice. This one's Ice.
Ice.
Okay, this one was kind of a tonal shift because you go from sort of a dystopian planet Earth to now, as they describe it, like an off-world colony, an off-planet colony.
Right.
And they don't give you too many details, but that's kind of what Love, Death, and Robots does, right? It lets you fill in things for yourself, makes you feel smart without actually holding your hand.
You said it perfectly. I just think it was so funny too. I made that reference, like the first episode's this, the next one could be anime. There you go.
And it was.
Second episode's literally animated. Well, I guess they're all animated, but you know what I mean.
More like a 2D cartoonist style.
Yeah, exactly.
So this episode, Derek, we get a little bit of info off the top, right? So a lot of people apparently in this episode or in this episode's universe are enhanced. No one is ordinary, I guess is a good term, because a lot of the population have sort of superhuman abilities, and the people who aren't modified are branded as with a little exotic tone, extra. You know, they're extras. So the people who are modded, we get their point of view here as well as the one extra brother. But the people who are modified, I think we see on the streets here in this opening scene, and you're not quite sure why this world is the way it is, because the family that we've kind of focused on have recently moved here, and the core of this episode is the younger brother who is modded kind of brings his older brother along to tag along with their cool friends, and they're gonna do something daredevil-y. And you don't know what it is until the scene happens. And what they actually do is they kind of not entice, but they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? They're kind of provoking these ice whales to breach. And the job of not the job, but the thrill for these teens is they have to run away and not die.
Right. While on ice.
They're running on ice. So it's interesting. It's very thrilling as well, but in a different way.
You can tell here too, the modded the people who are modded, you could tell, like, look, the brother is cold, right? These guys are wearing tank tops, they're fine. So it's some like super modern enhancing thing. So it's pretty interesting to see that, you know. It's just like, oh, okay, well, you can tell obviously the main difference is they're so fully clothed up. Look how much faster they are, right? It's just
yeah, so they're weather resistant. They're physically superior in terms of speed and athleticism because they're modded. And the crux of this is the brotherly relationship, right? So we have one brother feigning an injury to kind of have the older brother who isn't modded rise up to the occasion and kind of show, like, okay, I'm gonna help him fit in. This is how he shows everyone that he's cool. He stands up for me. He picks me up in a fireman's carry and takes me all the way home. What was the plan here if he wasn't fast enough, right?
Right. Like, I was kind of messed up, right? Because they were just like, you're on your own. That's like what everyone else said.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like, what friends you got, dude? Jeez.
I mean, the fact that they were cheering him on aside, they were more than ready to let him die.
Right.
Which is totally messed up. Real quick, these whales look beautiful, by the way.
Oh yeah, dude, it was gorgeous, man.
Kaiju whales. It was really cool. Yeah, it's. Oh, Francis in the chat has a good point. It does give you a bit of a Gorillas vibe.
Yeah, it definitely does. Art. Definitely does. The art, definitely reminded me of Gorillas.
I was wondering what that was. I couldn't put my mind to it. That's a great point. It does have that Gorillas art style. This episode, man, like, another great example of Love, Death, and Robots style, where you don't need too much.
Yeah.
You don't need too much.
Right.
We'll give you a little bit of backstory, and then the climax is this run for your life thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So
very, very aesthetically pleasing, very short. That was one of the shorter ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very beautiful and small, and yeah, a lot of thinking too goes into it. You're just like, oh, I wonder what this. It's like exactly what Harold said, right? Like, make you feel smart without spoon feeding you. You just think about all these things and possibilities. Yeah, it's really enjoyable to watch. So
yeah, especially in that opening scene, right? You get the
Yes.
the emotional side of it, where the dad's like, you know what, he doesn't, the kid doesn't, their eldest kid doesn't fit in anywhere, but also the dad is struggling with moving to this new colony and no one wanting to work for an extra. Like, no one he's supposed to be the manager or something, and no one wants to work for him because he's not modded. So it's really interesting to think about that all in the background of your head, while the actual story is these kids are running away from electric whales on ice, right? So they give you a lot of this detail, and it's up to you to just figure out, like, okay, how does that go, right? And it's great. You don't need an hour to tell this story, and they give you exactly what you want. I think that's a great thing that Love, Death, and Robots does, and we'll probably continue to echo that as we go through each of these episodes.
Right, exactly. No, exactly.
I want to ask you, Derek, for this particular episode, the second episode, what was the thing that stood out for you the most? What was the most interesting part?
For me, I think was just kind of seeing the world that they kind of lived in. It was very interesting, very cold, right? Far from the sun, I mean, it seemed very drug run, right? Like, this specific thing they smoked would, like, you said there was a scene where he smoked
that pipe,
and it's just everything changes, right? His brother had to, like, shake him out of it, like.
That's true.
So yeah, so I mean, it's very. That was the first thing I noticed. It's just the world in general seems like very cold. But also, you know, there's like the thing I like about this is that despite the world being so cold and kind of bland, you have beautiful things still existing within it, like the whales. Yeah. Those things are beautiful. When those came out, you're like, whoa! It's so much color got brought to this cold world, right? So that was what I really enjoyed about it, and what stood out to me.
Yeah, it's excellent, man. You bring up this part, right? The
right,
kind of like the trip, the drug trip that he goes on, that the modded people don't actually seem to have this great of an effect on, and you're not sure if it's them being used to it or if it's because they're modded that they actually have to take stronger drugs to feel something. So
exactly
that kind of thing where you get to think things like that with little to no context is why I appreciate the storytelling that they have in these episodes. And they set this up well, right? If you throw someone into an episode like this with no context, you don't tell them it's Love, Death, and Robots or anything, you still get that. You still have to think like that. They don't have to slowly build up with each episode and be like, okay, so this is what you have to expect. No, you go into this and be like, all right, I can freely think about all the background stuff for myself. And man, this is good storytelling. This is why people love this series so much.
It just, I mean, honestly, the thing with me that always gets me with Love, Death, and Robots is how much of a story they're able to tell with such a short amount of time, man. It's good.
Derek, you mentioned this was one of the shorter ones. If you go all the way to the end without the credits, it's actually under 10 minutes.
Short, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really short.
Our explanation for this episode took longer than the actual episode.
Right, exactly. We could have just played the whole episode.
True.
And it would. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, they're really short episodes. Like the whole season under an hour, you can binge it. So.
Francis saying, was it a chill episode? Yes, it was.
Is indeed very chill, Francis.
And I think you'll see this as well for the other episodes, is you could actually just enjoy the face value of the episodes, not overthink it, and still get a lot out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we'll continue to delve into these episodes. But guys, let us know, what did you think? Because ice. Yes, Francis. Chill, because ice.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, guys, if you've seen these episodes of Love, Death, and Robots, let us know what you've thought as we talk along. We want to know what you guys thought. Were there things that we should have noticed or should point out that we kind of just glanced over, right? So, Derek, this next one hit me hard. Pop Squad, man.
Oh, yes.
This one...
I think this is my favorite out of the
Yeah, hits kind of hard because we live in the Philippines. Because I live in the Philippines.
Yeah, right.
So, Pop Squad. The reason for this title, you find out, is because these are people who control the population of this futuristic society. You get a little bit of a cyberpunky atmosphere. You get what was that series with Anthony Mackie and Joel Kinnaman on Netflix as well? Altered Carbon. You get a bit of an Altered
Carbon, yes.
Feel in this episode. Yes,
Altered Carbon.
So, for those who haven't seen it yet and don't mind spoilers, the main backstory for this is you get humans. Derek, correct me if I'm wrong. You get humans who can live a long time through intravenous drugs, and they don't fully explain it. It's up to your imagination.
They push as if it's forever.
Yes.
So,
right. Some of these people have lived hundreds of years in this society, this high, fancy, noble society that has operatic singers and high rises that go above the sky and the clouds, but on the ground level, where the Pop Squad, the police, have to go and control the population, you're not allowed to have kids. And their job is to actually get rid of these kids. Because that's kind of the price they pay, right? Is they can't have too many people eating up all these resources. You're assuming, or I'm assuming, they don't fully explain it.
Got that too.
Right? They don't fully explain it. And that's where this great thought experiment comes in for this episode, is why are they controlling the population?
Right.
You see this raggedy house in a very ruined suburban area. And this is like the second half of it, where you see a kid, newly born, and the question comes up where the mother asks, like, oh, you feel, you get what I'm feeling, because our protagonist, or our lead, I guess he isn't really a protagonist, our lead character is one of the Pop Squad, and it's his job to exterminate all these kids and put all these parents to jail, or all these people who are protecting these kids to jail. And he's finding it harder and harder to go through it. He's getting these psychological breaks, and he even talks about it to his partner, where he's kind of sick of living life the same way every day for hundreds of years.
Right.
And you start to wonder, right, Derek, like, if I live for 300 years, I'd get bored eventually. I guess I'd want to try something new, like having kids.
The mom even says that in that scene there to him, and because he kind of asked, like, why? Like, he's so baffled, like, why do you want a kid? And she's like, well, what sicko would want to live forever? I don't want to live forever.
Yeah.
Like, I want to feel things, and so it makes a lot of sense.
Because she has lived for 200 or so years, I think.
Right. Yeah, she did throw that out there, that she lived for 200 years. She's like, oh, okay, so age is something quite. It looks like everybody can kind of get up there regardless. So, but yeah.
And Derek, I don't know if you noticed this, like, you mentioned that he's baffled by the mom's decision to have a kid, right? And
right.
You kind of get the sense that he's asking because he's questioning his own feelings.
Yes.
He's like, why am I getting guilt now? I've done this for
right.
God knows how long.
Right.
Why am I feeling guilt now? Why is this harder for me to do these days than it was when I first started? So it's interesting.
Chat. This guy is Anakin Skywalker on episode 3, after the youngling killing. So this is who this guy is. But I mean,
Anakin
he's
was
literally
allowed
like
to live further.
Right. He was allowed to live further and gain more power. But yeah, it's just I think this is my favorite out of the 8 episodes. Just because I just like the conflict you can see in there. Like Harold was saying, he's obviously it shows you they've been doing this. Like, this is his job, right? To get rid of kids. It's very explicit in the beginning that they do that. And for some reason, the last kid he killed really got to him. It's just like bothering him. And for some reason, so right, exactly. It was very, very interesting to see how his emotions went on a roller coaster ride and just going back and forth. Animation's beautiful too, of course, and very enjoyable and very. The ending, the ending was very abrupt. I guess I would say. Yeah.
It was. I don't know if you noticed, Derek. The voice was Nolan North from Uncharted fame. This guy's.
Oh wow! Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that is cool.
There's a reason why you get his emotions.
Sounds I was like kind of like I know this guy.
Yeah, real quick,
scene right here, just really quick. Yeah.
His cop partner, not his life partner, kind of looks like Ruby Rose to me.
Yeah, he kind of does a little bit. And just to go on to this scene too, I like what Harold was saying earlier. That like he's kind of telling her he doesn't want to live like this forever, and the fact that Harold was saying earlier that it's assumed that they do this forever, right? Because and it's this scene right here that you know that they have to kill every kid they see.
Yeah.
Because when he actually leaves this kid alone, there's that look from his partner of like, oh no, what did you just do? Like,
yeah, like you let her live.
Right? You let her live. Yeah, exactly. And yep, and it ended with was a trade of shots, and he got to feel something, I guess, for once. I don't know.
Interesting.
Very open. Yeah, very. That was a quicker episode too. That one wasn't too long.
Yeah, it was around 15 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it feels faster because they do those quick cuts as well, and they get straight to the story
exactly.
beats. Yeah.
Right. Totally.
So for that one, I was really shocked with how much they made you think.
Yeah.
And it was deep.
And it's just like these utopias they spring onto you. It's like, damn, this is so interesting, man. It's just I love the creativity of the team behind this.
Yeah.
The show, man, it's insane.
Make you wonder, like, what is the price to pay for immortality?
Yes, exactly.
All
Exactly.
right. Speaking of people who live forever, let's go into the next episode. Snow in the desert. So, a man named Snow, who looks he's got those albino features. He's got white hair. His skin pigments don't work as tan people.
He looks like he does look like this this villain. Let me try to pull up the actor's name though.
Okay.
While you explain that.
Dude, the female here, I don't know if you've seen it. I didn't even catch this when I was watching the show. Apparently, the female character's name is Herald, Hirald.
I know. Yes, I know. I laughed so hard when you said Herald. I was like, oh shoot, it's Harold's episode. Oh my god. Neil Donahue, I think.
Neil McDonough.
He's in quite a bit of movies. That's what he reminded me of. You probably seen him in a couple of
Neil McDonough.
movies.
Yeah, this dude.
McDonough.
Super bleached blonde dude. Hold on, let me bring.
Yeah, he was in. He's in Captain America. First soldier.
Yeah, he was Dum
First
Dum
Avenger,
Dugan.
yeah. That guy. I don't know why Snow reminded me of him.
No, I see.
But
it,
like with the right, just a little bit. Yeah.
I definitely see the resemblance. Okay.
Right.
So this episode, Derek, was less deep, but a lot more action packed. But it still made you think, right? This one still made you think. So we find out that Snow actually has like regenerative powers that I guess make him wanted by more powerful people. They want to know what allows him to do this.
Makes his balls wanted. Very specific. Apparently, like that was a thing. I was like,
that's so weird.
Right. I thought it was like a joke, but then at the end, the guy's like literally says, "Well, after I get your balls," I was like, "Oh, so it really was like a thing they really wanted." Okay.
Like
I guess it kind of makes sense. Maybe like like maybe with the sperm and DNA, maybe like they want to know a secret. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah.
So this regenerative power that he has kind of makes him immortal, right? So we see in a fight scene, or the fight scene that if you guys are watching the video feed, he kind of gets into, he gets his arm kind of chopped off. And later on, you see it's starting to grow back, Deadpool style.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And I don't know I really don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Herald? Is it Harold?
It's Herald. Harold.
Oh my gosh, it is not.
Lady Herald. Lady Herald.
Lady Herald. Quite attractive, if I might say so myself.
She's pretty cute, man.
All right, she looks better than Guy Harold. Much better than Guy Harold.
Debatable. As Francis would say.
So, yeah, this episode a lot more action packed. A lot of romance. I at first I wasn't sure what was happening, and then they had that little sex scene. They had that little love scene between them, and it didn't feel too forced. But I was still kind of like, oh, that was fast. Like that. That kind of happened quick. And
right, I thought it was gonna happen. They had that little scene where in the tent where they were kind of like taking off each other's clothes, or not like each other, but they were each taking off their clothes and kind of looking at each other like, oh, kind of like that look, like, hey, I haven't got someone a bit. How about you? Like,
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, but you know what? Tonight, let's just sleep first. I'll go to sleep first. You know?
Let's see how that happens.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
See how that makes us feel in the morning. Let's let it. Let's sleep on it.
Right. Yeah, I'll sleep on it. We'll sleep on it. There you go. We'll sleep on it.
But later on, we realize that they share kind of a connection beyond the mental, I guess, or beyond the emotional, where it looks like I'm just gonna say Harold. It looks like she's part robot or part android, right?
Yeah.
And that's left up to the imagination on what that exactly means.
Very Alita vibes, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah. So it kind of reminded me of Alita. You know, like, generally mention that because I believe Snow even goes like, oh, so you're like a robot or like android, he says. She goes, no, because like under this I have tissue and spinal cord, so.
Yeah.
Like, so it's kind of, it's up for debate, right? It's up there. So, but yeah, it was, and also very action packed.
Yeah.
Too.
Nice,
I like this.
Good action. I like this one. Because of the action, we get a little more action later on. I'm pretty psyched to talk about that. This was quite bloody as well, actually, because man, Blur Studios nailing the episodes that they did. So if you guys aren't familiar, Blur Studios made this episode. They are the ones behind probably some of the best cinematics in video game history, and even in Star Wars history. They made the Star Wars.
God, man, look how real they look, man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
God.
They made the Star Wars The Old Republic trailers, and if you guys haven't seen those, you're missing out on the best.
Hey, get off your butts and watch it after this podcast.
Yeah. You're missing out on some of the best Jedi fight scenes out there, and I'm not joking. I'm not. This isn't a hyperbole.
Hands down, man. I watch that from time to time, all the time. It's so good.
It's just so mind blowing how good this is. Okay.
I'm sorry. When you said mind blowing, the dude literally shot his head off.
Oh my god!
Like, I just thought that was perfect in the clip. Like, it's so mind blowing.
I didn't mean that. So this is one of the ones from Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Oh, it's the one I watch a lot.
Satele Shan, Bastila Shan's granddaughter, all that stuff. Escapes with a Han Solo type as two Sith Lords take on one Jedi. You see a trooper here as well, dude. They were years ahead of their time.
Oh man, dude, yeah, this and this was what this came out. Geez, 90s or early 2000s.
So this was like 2011, I think, or 2012.
2011. Okay, 2011. Yeah. I'm thinking of something else then. Okay, but yeah, decade, I mean, dude. Still, the cinematography or cinematics for this.
Yeah, and the cinematography, like the fact that they did this crazy Jedi fight,
right?
CG so well, so smooth, man. They've also done some World of Warcraft trailers, like the one for World of Warcraft Legion, if I'm not mistaken. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah, like dude, I forget what the episode's called, but yeah, that fight scene was
Snow in the Desert. Sorry, Snow in the Desert.
Yeah, Snow in the Desert. There you go. And then you have Lady Herald save him, and that's when it's revealed she's a robot, or is she?
She's a robot that loves and
right.
cannot
and then
die.
They do it again. And then that's the end. But I think it's pretty cool. Like the fact that he's able to regenerate, you see it in the fight style. He's not scared to lose a few limbs, you know, if it gives him the upper hand. So it's pretty cool to see that. Yeah, very Deadpool. Yeah. So very, very good episode too.
I like the Mad Maxiness, like Francis mentioned in the chat. He said it's Mad Maxy. I like it because
Mad Max.
It even has a little Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick in it, like where they have to survive through the burning sun of this planet. Right.
That must have felt great to see. I don't know about you, but like I know it's hot there right now. But even me watching at home, when he did that tent thing and that looked like a little mist, like a mist spritzer, I was like, dude, that looks sick. It's like a little water air con. Like, damn, man.
Probably got it on
like,
Shopee
that's crazy.
or Lazada.
It's like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Let me look for that. Let's play that clip real quick because it looks refreshing.
Yeah, like,
it looks so refreshing.
Right, in this hot ass desert, that little thing is keeping you good. Like, damn.
And you see that little baby
hand.
Deadpool arm coming out. Coming out of his little baby Deadpool hand coming out of his arm. So
right.
You get more told. You get more of the story without them actually. You know how some movies get where they're like, they literally explicitly say your arm's growing back. They don't have to do that. They just show it.
It's like, we can see that. Yeah, like we got it. Have some faith in the viewers.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
It was very good. Very good.
Overall, man, Snow in the Desert, super cool episode.
Yeah, good episode. That was a good one too.
I have these episodes where I wish they had sequels. Like I want more of them.
Right.
Like
they might do it down the line. You never know. It's just like honestly, that's the thing about Love, Death, and Robots, guys, is that man, you don't know where it's gonna go because it could just go anywhere. Like literally, can go anywhere.
The one with the similar arts animation style to this from the first season was Beyond the Aquila Rift. The one that ended with the spider kind of taking control.
Spider, it was like altered reality type thing, right?
Yeah. So
I remember that one. That one was good.
Ones like these episodes make me really want more of them. You know, like more like continuations of the story. So
yeah, exactly, man. I agree.
But I'd also be happy like if they just kept it this way. You know, like it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
It is. It's really good.
Okay, let's move on to the next episode that we've got.
Let's do it.
Which one is this?
It's just, I think the next one, if it is what I think it is, like speaking of going anywhere in middle of nowhere.
Please don't. People.
Is this the train one? Yes, it is.
All right, if your train stops, if your vehicle stops in the middle of nowhere, please don't wander too far.
Yeah, dude. You know what? This guy in this thing, I just wanted him to die. I'm like, dude, why the hell would you just literally, and not even that, man, besides common sense of being stopped somewhere you don't know, the literal conductor said, dude, don't wander. Okay? He literally says it to your face.
Please don't go too far,
anyways.
right? Like,
right.
We're leaving in a bit. I'll call for you, but don't go too far.
Right. It's like, but you know what? I guess that's the world we live in. Some people won't listen. And he almost paid the ultimate price for it. But
impulse control, I guess, is
yeah.
Dude, honestly, like at first when the glow fades, I was like, there's probably nothing there. Maybe it's just in his imagination. Maybe that's the thing that they're playing with. And then he sees this faceless thing come out of the ground, and I was like, you're screwed, dude.
Dude.
I honestly thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too. And the funny thing, Harold, this one reminded me of an episode from the first season.
Which one?
Was the one when they were in the desert, the dad and son, I believe. And remember in the middle of the night, all the colorful things came out, and it was so beautiful. But then at the end, it's not so beautiful, right? Because it takes your kid away, dude. He's gone. But here, obviously, the ending was good.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened, which I don't know how. This guy was just lucky in every sequence of the escaping. Dude just got so lucky, and these things were attacking him. I was actually waiting for I thought it'd be so funny if the things just were attacking him. There's you just wanted they're like, hey, how's it going? I thought it'd been so funny. Like he was running from these things and they just wanted to talk to him.
That's Meek. We're starting a rebellion.
Hey, man. So we're just here in the grass, yeah, and just if you want to coming out, you want a little glow, we can give you an outfit, and don't need to run.
Oh wow!
But yeah,
dude, Bimo in the chat has a interesting point. Bimo says they were saying that the character might have been H.P. Lovecraft inspired.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because
I like that.
He looks like H.P. Lovecraft.
But no, yeah, let's say the people in Lovecraft are also kind of not smart, and they just kind of want to go after everything that could kill them. So it makes sense.
Oh, please. Yeah.
But man, gosh. And I kind of love the end though, man. The end, the conductor, the hero.
Dude, this guy out of nowhere, like Randy Orton. Like, wait, can we go back real quick?
RKO out of nowhere.
I want to go back real quick to this.
Railroad conductor out of nowhere, but conductor with a K. RKO.
Because I thought the train passed them already.
Me too, man. I was like, he's gone.
I don't know if that's something that they did like to really throw us off intentionally. Because I really thought the trainer had already like left him.
I mean, yeah, and he was very specific. He said, "I'm gonna literally call you twice, and that's it."
And that's it, right?
That's it, and I'm gonna leaving. I mean, I'm not familiar with how long it takes for trains to get up and going, so could have been. I actually thought they both weren't gonna make it when they were chasing it, but they did.
Yeah, see, right there. Hold on, let me go back real quick. It looked like the last cart passed them already.
Right. No, definitely, man. I agree. I thought there was no chance. I thought he was gonna be chasing it, and the guy was gonna watch him get eaten by these things. But I
guess it was just for dramatic effect, right? Just to make us think like, okay, his train has left the station.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's gone, man. Like,
yeah. And then later on we see the conductor comes back, and they explain, or he explains. This one is a little more explicit in that sense, where he's like, the train always stops here sometimes, and these people are people who you could have been, people who just wandered and got lost, and ended up turning into these creatures. So, he was saying that it might be like a portal to another world or something, but that's up to your imagination again. I like this one again more than I thought I would. It might be my least favorite of all of them. I think the next one is my least favorite, but I really like that they don't spoon feed us in this series. I think is
yeah, me too. And I actually like the explanation at the end. He's just like, well, I might as well keep it between me and you because nobody gonna believe you anyways.
I like that line.
That's true.
That line.
Right? That's definitely. I feel like that's like life in general, right? Everybody has crazy stories. No one gonna believe you.
Dude, I like that you brought up life. You think this is a metaphor for life? You think this H.P. Lovecraft like character is actually like maybe taking a train to heaven or like to the afterlife, and these are the people who got lost along the way that don't.
I like that. He did say that train does stop there every time. It runs out of steam in that same spot. Like, it's kind of weird. Ooh, I like that.
Right? Like the people with poor impulse control, maybe that's where they end up.
Right. I like that. That's true. That is true. I was gonna say possibly like a message for like just you know what you witnessed and some things you don't have to tell everybody, but I like the impulse thing included with it. So yeah, I like that. Yeah. I like that a lot better.
Layers, man.
Layers.
Like an onion.
So this what? How long was this one? Like 8 minutes? No, maybe a little longer than
under
that.
9
longer.
For sure.
Under 9. Look at that. 9 minutes and it was just full of layers, guys.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Insane. Eat this cake slowly.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. If you're
enjoy
this
cake.
Yeah, if you're gonna binge all these episodes, these are 8 episodes. If you're gonna binge all of these, just enjoy them. Like,
no, seriously, yeah.
Lock your door.
I mean, yeah. Watch them again. You might see things you didn't see the first time. You might. Honestly.
For sure.
So,
guys, please continue to let us know your thoughts on the episodes as we go along.
Yes.
We appreciate all.
Let us know what you guys thought.
Sappy Sato in the chat, Derek. Sam, have you seen Love, Death, Robots Volume 2?
Have you seen this amazingness?
Dude, so good. Okay, another one, Derek. This one with credits was under 7 minutes, and I was kind of happy that it was under 7 minutes because you don't need much for this. You don't need much for this.
I'm sorry, I forgot about this one, and I think this might be my favorite one.
This is your favorite one?
I think so. But oh man, this was just epitome of everything I love, man. I love Christmas. right?
Yes.
So as you can see, guys, it goes into this episode starts off. There's a little boy there. There's also his sisters right next to him. It's Christmas night, and ooh, they hear something going on. What do they hear? Is it Santa? I think it is. So as a kid, we all lived through this, right? We think we hear something like, oh man, that's Santa. Let's go check it out, right? So it's this. You kind of follow them going down the stairs. They kind of see little, very small glimpses here and there. Very cheerful music going on, right? Look at they sneak behind the couch there. Oh man, I love this. Dude, this is like literally because me and my brother would do this all the time.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, my parents, man, left. I think we were like, dude, they did some pretty crazy stuff. They made us believe for a long time. I still deep down believe he's still out there, guys. Santa, I know you're there. I love you, Santa.
Hey man, if Google can track him every year,
Right. And then you're like, wait a minute, what is this tentacle? What in the hell name is going on? And you're like, wait, what kind of Christmas hell is this, dude? Like, Santa's been eating too many cookies. But damn, you see this alien, dude. This thing looks freaky. Right. And the funny thing about this is like, I feel like this is a good episode for like parents, right? Like your kids are bad. You know what I mean? You show them this because, guys, this thing is actually, it's very fair. I don't even know that's the right way to say it. It's very Santa, dude. It literally pukes out presents into them, but at first we'll scan them with its little hands, right?
Yeah.
It says,
he's like,
what was her name? Yeah. Good. Hilda. Good. And you're just like, dude, what the... And it was so funny because the last episode, I was like, how funny would it be if these things jumped on that dude and said like, hey, how are you? Fast forward to this episode, this freaking alien thing goes in their face. And he's just like, Hilda, good. You're like, what? It just pukes out a present, dude. You're like, what is going on? And it just bets the boy's head. Stay good. I'm like, man.
And I think this one isn't as hard to get. Like, I think the question for this episode is, what would have happened if they were naughty? What if they were bad?
Right? The boy said that, right? I think, or one of them said, yeah, what would have happened if we were bad? Like, I was actually hoping for the parent to come down or something.
Again, oh man.
Right, and like maybe it was gonna like show the bad side, but.
So like I'm curious, right? Like, do they get eaten? Is it like does he puke out a lump of coal? Like
right. Bad. Say, dude, that thing was just that thing was freaky looking too, man.
Oh man.
Like its hand had a hand on its eyes, which was also its ears, and it's naughty or nice detector, and it was just.
It's crazy.
The look at their faces at the end, dude. They're just like, what the hell? They're like laying in bed with their eyes like shook, dude. I'm like, damn.
That was not a pleasant experience for them, even though they got presents.
Parents, you can just, if you ever have a troublesome kid, you can show them this video. You never know, man. It could be a good, hey, see, this happens if you're bad.
Oh, man.
For
shout out to A Papi 08.
A Papi.
A Papi in the chat.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. All right. Sam in the chat, Derek, saying she's so excited for this. Yeah, Sam, you don't. We've repeated this throughout the episode so far. Short. These are short. The most you get is 15 minutes, and that was like one episode. The rest are like 8 to 12. Yeah, maybe.
You can binge it within an hour, Sam. 100%.
Yeah. It's super good, and take your time. Enjoy it, like we've been saying. Just enjoy every single second of it, girl. Enjoy it. Derek, this one, another one by Blur Studio, caught me off guard in the first few minutes because we see a familiar face. Hey, auntie.
Hey, auntie.
What's up, Bonnie?
I know. I was talking to Harold about this before stream. I'm like, man, I don't want to like say my judgment's wrong. I'm pretty good with the actors. I'm pretty sure that's Michael B. Jordan right there. But I mean, that look right there, very kind of chunky neck, Michael B. Jordan. So I'm like, maybe
he's
someone else will see.
Derek. He's struggling to breathe.
Right.
Don't judge the man. Don't judge the man.
Will you say, Harold? This reminded me, like, just this scene of the last. Remember the scene about the airplane last season? the first season.
Which one?
There was
that?
it was about the girl and her airplane, but they're like bonded together, and she had this airplane, and she took it on so many missions in space, and then they crash. Yeah, it was kind of very similar vibes too. And I believe that was an actress also, like a more renowned actress. I don't think as renowned as Michael B. Jordan is, but I can't remember. But I just remember it's about the pilot and her bond with her ship, and I think at one point she had to just it got destroyed or something, and it was like really good. But yeah, this episode was also very short and good, very crazy.
Yeah. I'm looking through the episode list and seeing like which one you might be talking about.
Yeah, I just remember it's just the one about a pilot and her. And I think I remember we were talking about this episode on stream because Wancho mentioned how it was literally like a book he read. It was like the exact same thing, but about a ship instead of a airplane, like a aircraft.
Okay.
It's about like a boat. But yeah, man, this one, you guys, he crashed on a planet. It was hard to believe at first that this was CGI because it's Michael B. Jordan. They did a really good job.
It looks like they just added him into a CG world, right? That's how good this looks.
Exactly what it looked like.
Man, it's hard to believe. Like, wait, is this real? Is it CG? And then you get that kind of like, okay, certain elements give it away that it is CG. Like, this isn't Marvel level shading and lighting. This is meant to be animated, but in such a realistic way too. Like, this is kind of what we thought Doom would look like back then, right?
Yes. Very very Dooms feel, very like Doomsday feel too, right? Like very end of the world. I just want to shout out to BMO. Lucky 13 was the name of the episode in the first one, and the girl from Orange is the New Black. See, like I thought it was kind of, this one reminded me of that because they had like actors I've seen before, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay. So, and I like that. But yeah, kind of going back onto this episode, guys, was, he crashed. He found a shelter depot, goes there, and it's like a little living pod. They call it living something else, I forgot, but like a life hatch. That was the name. Life hatch. Thank you.
Yeah. Life hatch.
And then you got another robot that's malfunctioned. And Jesus, man.
If there's anything you could expect, people, from Love, Death, and Robots, it's robots that want to make you death.
Right? Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there was a good robot in any of them.
The three robots one. The three robots one is guaranteed.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, you're right. The three robots one was good.
What was that one called? Shoot. It was literally called Three Robots. It was the second episode of the first season.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like the second one. Right. But yeah, man, this one was pretty crazy. A malfunction robot tries to kill everything on sight that moves, and Michael B. Jordan's character is very smart and just very still, even though he's in so much pain. He just got to pretend he's part of the room, I guess what you would say.
In this instance, Derek, you just have to think like Drax. What would Drax do? What WWDD?
Just gotta move perfectly still.
I've mastered the art of...
Oh man, I love that scene. It's so good. It just slowly gets a chip. He's like,
we can see
that's
you,
exactly
dude.
what we got to do. Right. And he's like, we can see you, dude. But yeah, man, this you gotta get a little flashbacks how he crashed. Not too much. It just seems like they were fighting against some opposition of some sort, and he crashed on this planet.
Yeah.
And he's surviving against his robot. It's just him and this robot fighting. It's who's gonna live, buddy, me or you, pretty much type of thing.
Yeah, we could repair you. This thing is kind of expirable.
Yeah. Right.
Sam in the chat says, Love, Death, and Robots always had great production. I agree. She says the storytelling and animation styles are top tier. And it's amazing to think that these aren't the same directors. A lot of these have the same writer, Philip Gelat, but the fact that they pass these on to different animation studios, different directors, and these are actually a lot of original these are stories that have been adapted for Love, Death, and Robots. So these were once like their own stories that Philip Gelat and the rest of the crew have adapted to be shorts. And man, it's just fantastic to see them come to life. And yeah, again, this one from Blur Studio, similar to that Star Wars The Old Republic trailer we showed earlier, just stunning with the visuals.
Yeah, I know. Look at that, guys. That just for the record, that's all animated there.
Oh,
I'm sure they worked off his real face, but man, like the droplets of sweat. I mean, damn, man.
If the behind the scenes stuff I've seen, Derek, regarding the Avengers is anything to go by, they say like, yeah, the scans help us a lot, but we still have to, the artists still have to take those scans and actually make art out of them, right? It's like, I can put a piece of paper over an image and trace it, but I still have to make that image move. I'd still have to manipulate it and get all the details by putting my pencil over that area. And imagine that in a 3D space, in a complex 3D space. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much effort goes into this. Francis says, won't be surprised if this was made in Unreal. I think Blur has their... Wait, does Blur Studio use Unreal? Blur Studio...
Either way, it's just amazing. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. Like, I mean, we've been saying it all show. Their animation quality could go from insanely great to kind of mediocre, but also enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so much respect for the artists. It's crazy, man. And this story alone was just... It's very short, you know? I mean, very simple. Just a guy... trying to outsmart this robot. I mean, he does. Michael B. Jordan's character there kind of finds a little light at the end of his tunnel, but finds a real flashlight. A real light tricks the machine, and, you know, kind of beating itself up, and he essentially gets little stim packs there, kind of like that. I've always loved that idea. I'm like, man, the day that can be real would be pretty cool. Just inject yourself with a little stim and you're good. We're good.
So just let the microbots take over, Derek.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The nanobots.
But man, it was good.
Dude, yeah, they do use Unreal Engine. So ridiculous.
Oh wow. You know, good looking future for gaming.
Yeah, man.
And animated stuff, of course, man. Like,
dude,
I'd watch a movie like this, man. Screw it. Like, why not?
I learn to do stuff like this, you know?
Right? It's so interesting, man.
Man.
It is.
The amount of time probably went into this one, though. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. You guys gotta see it for yourself. It's just really good.
Yeah. But, so Michael B. Jordan, realistic-looking Michael B. Jordan, ends up surviving by tricking the robot, because robots are dumb. They're deadly, but they're dumb. And he manages to call out for some aid with a distress beacon, and we're left to wonder once again. Will anyone come, or will he die there by himself?
Yeah. The thought is in your head. You never know.
Oh, for sure.
That's why it's so, you know, that's why it's so artistic. It's so beautiful. It can be whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
Oh man. And then
it's gonna make you go crazy because you don't know, but it's nice.
Yeah. Derek, this last episode, named The Drowned Giant. This one was the one that made me think, are all of these somehow connected, or at least some of them somehow connected?
Right.
Because we get a lot of these Easter eggs throughout the episodes that are kind of tied together. And I'll talk about my theories later on. But this episode, let's talk about the episode first. We start with a bunch of people crowding a beach, and then we find out, I don't know if I could show this part. We find a giant, a dead human, enormously scaled up in many aspects of his anatomy.
Yes, specifically his anatomy.
Washed up on the shore, and there's no explanation. Even the narrator talks about this in like a docudrama kind of way, where he narrates and says like, what is the purpose of this thing, like, and it makes you question your own existence, all that kind of stuff.
It definitely like a thought episode, right? Like, you're kind of thinking like, he makes great points, and you kind of see things. So I agree with that. Yeah,
and he talks about, like, he comes back almost daily and talks about the state of decay and how much the machines of the humans have chopped off this giant, the people's interests fading as they see less and less of the giant, and it starts becoming a myth. And it's this one is freaking deep, man, because
dude, honestly, my favorite like line in here was when he talks about when his head got cut off and like took, and he's just like, I almost don't look at it the same anymore because I don't see the human head to it. It's just kind of, and he's not even just him. It's like after that instance, it seemed that nobody really kind of cared for that there. And it kind of, it's a good way to look at kind of like life and just in general things of life, like the beauty of something. It's a lot to do with your expression in your face, what you see by looking at someone through there. And I kind of like that he was kind of very, kind of saying that when the head was off and you couldn't like have something to really look at anymore, like into, or like the eyes, there's kind of nothing there for him anymore. So I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. Part of the line of my favorite line too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's crazy, right? There's so much in this, like how the human attention span is so short. How life is still a mystery to us centuries in.
Right.
There's so much in this that makes you think. All because one giant washed up on the shore. It's a great way to tell that cycle of life in a different way.
Right.
Because eventually, like he talks about how people even question the existence of the giant. Was it even there? And was it just a metaphor? No, it was actually there, people. Like,
right. It was there.
The giant's parts get chopped up. Oh my gosh. And spread across their country, which I'm assuming is England, because it mentions like Leicester or something for the toy shop.
Right.
He says like, oh, some of the bones get washed up. Oh, they're Ipswich Collectibles and Antiques there.
Yes.
That's significant because the toy that the Pop Squad lead finds from the kid he kills has that tag that says Leicester Collectibles and Antiques.
Right.
So that's part of what made me wonder, like, are some of these connected together? Especially the ones from Blur themselves, or are these just Pixar-like Easter eggs where it's just made to make you think, like, oh, that's pretty fun. Like, they had a nod to that other episode. So I find this all really intriguing because if it all is connected, Derek, if even Pop Squad is connected to this, it makes you wonder, is the giant the source of their eternal life? Did they find a way to synthesize something in the giant's DNA?
Right.
And is that where society goes to in the future?
Yeah, that's a good point, because it's someone that's like, what, 10 times, maybe way bigger than them. So why wouldn't they live that much longer, right? So maybe they hacked into that anatomy.
Right.
They did keep the sphincter pretty fresh in that episode.
And then the wee-wee, the pee-pee.
Yes, right. Pee-pee. So I agree, man, and I love how at the end he was kind of explaining how beautiful it was just seeing these bones, right? It's like a remnant, and I love it. It's so cool because at first you're just kind of like, oh man, that's a dead man, really big dead man. Then you see these bones that kind of remind you of the time. Yeah, really big, man. But yeah, man, this was definitely I think that was a good finishing episode. Like I think out of all of them, that was a good one they chose to end it with.
Yeah, I agree. Mama's boy in the chat saying better late than never. Mama's boy, anytime you're here, you just make things better. Just like Francis.
No such thing as late. No such thing.
Yeah, no such thing.
You're fine.
Francis says it's your Memento Mori episode. Which one was Memento Mori? What are we referencing here? Memento, like Guy Pearce? Memento, or is that a different episode that we from first season? But it's interesting, right? Like overall, like even just that thought of like, wait, is this all connected somehow? And even if it wasn't, beautiful episode on its own, beautiful standalone episode.
100%.
It's poetic in a way that, again, there are a lot of stories that have been told over and over again in the past, just told in different ways, and being able to do the circle of life or the cycle of life in the perspective of a human discovering a giant version of themselves washed up on shore is fascinating. It's a saying, apparently, a concept, memento mori. Okay, I gotta look that up. I gotta be educated.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought it's more like a thing, kind of like what you were saying. It's like the idea that everything's like connected. That's why I thought that's what it meant by that, but I could be wrong too. But yeah, like sadly though, right? Sadly, like, you know how like this guy just ended on the episode. Yeah. This was the last episode.
Yeah. Oh, Derek.
8 episodes.
Sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Memento mori is a symbolic reminder of the inevitability of death.
Oh.
It's a memento of death. Mori.
Wait a minute now. Was that the episode theme of the whole series of the season? The first episode. The robots did die, right? The train episode is death, right?
Yes.
About leaving death, being stuck. What was the second episode? We gotta keep going now. I don't know about the modded one though. Pop Squad, yeah, for sure. Death was definitely a highlight. Like All Things Die was kind of a message. Because Love, Death, and Robots, that too.
of all the Love, Death, and Robots Volume 2 episodes, they all really had like love, death, and robots involved in them. I think the main theme from the episode you're talking about, the one with the mod people, Ice, is, I think the main theme there would be the fact that the brotherly love.
Love, yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Right? Because you don't really see robots there.
Yeah.
Or death, because they don't die. But I guess the inevitability of you could die at any time is also there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That you could die at any time was definitely a thing that was on almost every episode, like for sure. And that things might not be what they seem to be.
And what is this episode? These series, man. This series.
8 episodes. Yeah.
8 episodes, and you're thinking for an hour.
Look at us.
About what you just
Look
saw.
at us.
Look at us.
Right.
Look at us.
God.
Progressing
so
as
sad.
a society.
Just okay. You know what? Love, Death. We'll forgive you guys. Just give us season 3.
Ooh.
Just say you're coming with season 3. That's fine.
We won't mind.
They did less than half of last season, so I mean, yeah, I agreed that I'm sure definitely COVID and the amount of animators they probably couldn't have on the rest, but we got a great season. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I wish there was more, but
I also wish there was more, Derek.
Yeah, we get what we get, we get what we get.
All right, well, Derek.
Yeah,
it's been a fantastic season, but I want to know your rating of the season as a whole. I mean, it'd do more justice if we did them individually, but I think Wancho would also have opinions.
True.
But for now, let's do the whole season. Let's do our thoughts on the whole season. 8 episodes. On a scale of 1 to 10 severed hands, what would you give?
Oh, man.
1 to 10 Roombas. On a scale of 1 to 10 Roombas, Derek, what would you give this?
8. You want to do a kid scale for the Pop Squad? We could have done that
no.
for every episode. Actually, it would have been perfect. You know what? For 8 episodes, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh.
8 for 8, I think, for me.
8 for 8.
Albeit short. I mean, there's a couple which I didn't enjoy as much, but I give it an 8 just for the fact that, regardless of like the style or the story, I was still intrigued enough to kind of sit down and want to know what was going on. So, not low. I think 7's kind of low. I think 8's good just for the respect of the art and the messages and the thinking it brings you. Mm-hmm. I'm confident with an 8 out of 10 for 8 episodes.
Excellent, dude. Okay.
That's what I'm sticking with.
For me, I would give it a 9.
Oh.
I like the fact that there were less episodes because I could get through them in one go, and my attention span was there all the way. Each of them were well paced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
None of them felt like they were not necessarily fillers, but more of they didn't feel like they were just there because they were there. I loved every single one of them and the purpose that they drove, which was, of course, death is inevitable. Love is a key part of living life, and robots are here to stay. I guess.
Hold on. So Well, I'm getting from you is, hold on. Let me just try to visually touch your face.
Oh,
Harold, good. I just want to do that like next time I see you. Oh my god. Just dude, I want to do that next time I see you guys. Like if I see you guys at Christmas, just hold on. Harold, good. Just give me a present.
Here's a gift card.
Yeah, here's a gift card. Oh man. But yeah, man, I agree, man. It is very well paced. That's exactly what I was trying to say. And most of them, yeah, man, it was just so crazy. So short, but so full of story and everything. It's crazy.
Francis says 11 out of 10 thumb cats. I don't want to read the first one that he said.
That was hilarious.
I don't read the first one.
Thumb cats. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Kid stuff. Okay. We waited this long for this, and I can't wait for the next season.
Yes.
Amazing stuff from the creators and from Netflix. I think doing these 8 at a time makes this sustainable and makes it so that we don't get sick of, oh man, another 18, and then we never watch it, and then we just keep talking about how good it was. Yeah, so.
Right.
I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this so much.
They did a good job. They did it again.
Super good job. And guys, let us know what you thought of this season if you've seen it already, or if you're like Francis and focus on the thumb cats. Francis, 11 out of 10 is off the measurement of the thumb cat. By the way, that's a.
The limit does not exist.
The limit does not exist. Oh man.
The limit does not exist.
What was her ideal date? Was it like April 15 or something? Because it's not too hot, it's not too cold.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Yeah. I forgot what was her date. It was so funny.
Okay. You know what? Let's go back to our childhood, Derek. We've
yes
enjoyed enough
Let's
adult. Well, actually, this is also kind of adult, Derek. Yeah, but we're gonna dive into our past a little bit because
Let's dive in.
Sorry.
Let's dive in.
Oh, sorry, that's a little loud. We're gonna dive in, Derek, to some news. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I see. Good news, everyone!
It's the news, and the news is brought to you by Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. Derek, if people are over in the westest of coasts, they can head on over to Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar and get their weekly fix of comic books and coffee. That's right, people. Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar on 713 Mission Avenue, Suite A, Oceanside, California. If you're there in the LA area, head on over to our friend LA, Lachelle Mijares.
Yes.
And her comic book coffee bar. And enjoy yourself some comics and coffee. But Derek, if the people at home can't find themselves in the west coast of America,
Yes.
where can they head on to get their fix? Maybe they're in New York and they want some comics.
True. If you guys are stuck at home or you'd much rather stay safe and be at home, you guys, there's a great solution for that. You can head over to leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Once again, for the audio folks listening, it's leagueofcomicgeeks.com. I also plugged it in chat for you guys, so go ahead and check that out. It's a very, very easy site to use, guys. User friendly. All you got to do is make an account. Find your local comic book store, or you could choose Panels Comic Book Coffee as well. I do the same thing. I live in Washington. They're in Cali. I have them as my store. It's super easy. I pull my issues, get in contact with them. They can either send single issues, group them up. It's so amazing, guys. The site is such an easy thing to use. There's so much topics. There's things about hottest issues coming out, biggest discussions. Get pulling those comics and start getting them. I got mine just a couple days ago, and I'm so excited to read. I can't wait. So once again, that is leagueofcomicgeeks.com, guys. Head on over and start pulling your comics. Oh, yeah.
All right, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable, Derek. This is a good service that League of Comic Geeks provides.
Yeah,
And
very good.
same for our friends over at Panels Comic Book Coffee Bar. Right now, I wanted to show you a little blast from our past, like I mentioned.
Ooh.
Let me change up the music real quick. Let's go to this one. Nope.
Show
How about this one?
me.
Let's get a little badassery. Derek, you and I are familiar with the Legends of the Hidden Temple. And guess what, buddy?
Yes.
Legends of the Hidden Temple is coming back. And we're not talking about a made-for-TV movie in Nickelodeon starring 3 kids when it was supposed to be just 2. Oh my gosh. We're talking about a revival, and it's catered to us adults, us who grew up and said, I could go in the Shrine of the Silver Monkey and put that thing together. What they talking about? I can punch the temple guards right in the face and get away. Those violent kids, man, I swear to God.
Oh, I know, man. They just want to get it done. I mean, props to them, but damn.
There is now going to be a revival of Legends of the Hidden Temple made for us adults. And what I mean by that, Derek, is that the temple is going to be bigger. The contestants are going to be 21 years old and above. That is the minimum. You have to be 21. And it's not going to be on Nickelodeon anymore. No, Derek. The rights of this have gone over to Warner Brothers and the CW. The CW, people, famous for such shows as The Flash and Riverdale.
And Arrow. Yeah.
And Sabrina.
And The Walking Dead.
And The Walking Dead. Wait. No.
Well, it was AMC. I think they went to the CW.
AMC, yeah.
I think they went to CW, though. I think.
It was AMC at first.
Yeah.
And original host Kirk Fogg is in talks to come back. He hasn't. Yeah, he was interviewed on TMZ very briefly on his walk to his car from the grocery store, and
nice.
And they asked him.
Great way to stop him, guys. Yeah. Jesus, man. Let him get the groceries.
He was so game, though. He was so nice about it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so they asked him, so are you involved? Can we confirm this? And he's saying, I'm not allowed to yet, but on some level I will be involved. So we don't know if he's coming back as a host, as a producer, but he seemed super psyched about it. And, I'm psyched for him because this is huge. This was...
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Being able to finally do this for adults is going to be an amazing feat, and I can't wait to see it. The thing is, Derek, if people want to compete, the forum is online. You guys can head on over to legendscasting.com, legendscasting, legendscasting.com, and fill up the application form. It says, once again, the gate to Olmec's temple is about to open, but this time it's for grown-ups. Because you want to say grown-ups. Dora,
you're right.
This is super cool. I'm glad that they're doing this. There's a huge forum. You could put in a lot of details, and they picked the worst font. It's
They really did.
It's asking for a lot
You're
of
just like, oh man, so full of life. Then
Times New Roman. Is this Times New Roman? I don't know.
It's Times Too Old. That's what it should be called. Jeez, it's just I don't need this anymore. Francis says, "Let's go, Sensei." Dude, under certain different circumstances, I totally would do it, but sadly, I cannot. I'm excited to watch this though, 100%, man. Dude, even the SNL skits for this were so funny, man. They had an SNL skit with like Drake.
No way,
dude, it was so good. They had one of the guys come out. She was like, had her like Tupperware of rice, dude, and she kept holding it. He's like, all right. Drake's like, all right, I'm gonna have you put the rice down. She's like, no, my rice. And he's like, all right. And then the guy came out and he's like, all right, I'm gonna need you to punch that guy for me right there. Yeah, go ahead and punch him. And she's like, yeah. Dude, it was so funny, man. I can't wait for this, man. This is so good.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's gonna be so great to watch. I feel like, Derek, one of these years we can gather up the courage to compete. If you look in the application form, if you guys are already on there and checking out right now as you're listening to us, it actually says that super fans of the show are a plus. So maybe you guys can do your homework. I know it's streaming on Paramount Plus in America right now. So if you guys have access to Paramount Plus, you can check out the old episodes and do your research. You silver snakes, you blue barracudas, and red jaguars.
Yeah, jaguars, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Francis said red jaguars. Let's go. So yeah.
Oh yes. Purple parrots. Purple parrots.
Purple Parrot. Lena, how are you? What's going on?
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Oh, man.
Didn't they make Legends of the Hidden Temple movie? Did they really?
They made one. It was made for kids. It was on Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay. I was unaware of that.
I hear it wasn't the best, but you know what? If it got us this revival, then I'm happy. And yes, sign up page is out there if you guys want to check. Yeah, it has the funniest criteria too. Like, it asks you like, how long have you known your friend? Length of time you've known each other. See, how do you know each other? Choose 3 words that best describe your team. And some of the weirdest parts here are like, where is that? Where is that? What would your team's hashtag be?
I love it.
All right, it's really for the modern age, I guess. This is,
You know, they got to get the witty ones for TV. You know.
Oh,
it's gotta be good. I'd be the hashtags. That's what I would be. Dude, I'm so excited to watch this though, man. And they're gonna get so much pull just from everybody used to watch that back in the day, man.
I agree.
I can't wait.
I agree.
Hashtag Kyoso.
Yeah, dude. Hashtag Kyoso. Or hashtag quit stalling, Derek. When we compete, I think it'd be hashtag quit stalling.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Or guys, you can check out at Quit Stalling Us. Thank you for having us on your show. Like, just take over the microphone and start
right.
talking.
We're the host today, guys. Go ahead, have a seat, man. Tonight, get after butts. Quit stalling, because you know today we're gonna run through this course and just start taking it over. It'd be so funny.
Oh man. Derek, I want to stick in the nostalgia trip here today.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The Friends reunion is happening in just about 11 days. May 27th. The Friends reunion is happening, and they announced a guest list.
Yes, the roster.
The
looking
roster.
Crazy.
Here's the thing, though. So for those of you who weren't aware or are hearing about this for the first time, there's going to be a Friends reunion. Yes, that Friends, the NBC Friends. And the thing is, they're not doing a new episode. This is more of like if you guys have seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion they had, where they kind of just talked about stuff that happened in the past. And, you know, they just kind of like sit around and discuss things and go over scenes and all that stuff that they really enjoyed back then. This is pretty much what's gonna happen in this. So they're not like filming anything new yet, right? But there was a reunion list. I'm trying to find.
Francis calls it the roster. I love it. You know, Francis, I got something for you right here.
No! Derek just did a double fist. The double fist replacement for FG. No, that's good. That's good, Francis.
I watch the Friends every night to go to bed. Dude, honestly, my favorite episode was the one, like, you know, when Rachel first finds out how sweet Ross was.
Oh, yeah.
Back to taking the prom. But it's just the shot when they go to Ross. He's just on the side of the wall, like... I love it, man. It's such a good show, man. So underrated, super.
So
it's so funny.
Yeah,
it's just so good.
So they have a bunch of guests here. So I pulled up the list on screen for those of you watching the video feed. David Beckham, Justin Bieber. Okay, we know James Corden's a huge fan, but one of the bigger names, I love Lady Gaga, that caught my eye, or some of the big names that caught my eye are the ones who are former guests. Derek. One, being Reese Witherspoon, who was the sister of Rachel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The other one, dude, Tom Selleck. Tom freaking Selleck. Oh,
dude.
Richard. Dude, oh man.
I really just want Paul Rudd to come back. I just really do.
Why is he not on this list? He's not doing anything.
You know what? Because you know what? He's not a guest star. He's a main guy. You know? He's main. Yeah.
Yes.
Brad Pitt though, bring back Brad. Put him in there.
That was a good appearance.
He's in there.
That was
a good appearance. Yeah.
I really like that one.
Bring him in. He might surprise us. You know. You never know.
Yeah, like he surprised us in Deadpool 2. You know.
Right. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm excited for this. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
amazing.
yeah, just to avoid any confusion, guys, this isn't a new episode that they're recording. This is kind of like a recap, kind of like an Oprah sit down for them.
Francis goes, I want Paul Rudd, and you can see him not aging compared to everybody else. Right? They're going to be like, what happened? What? You got the good genes out of everybody here.
It's true. That's true. Everyone looks, everyone has aged. She has aged a little bit, but Lisa Kudrow also aged fairly well compared to everyone else.
I mean, even, oh my God, Jennifer Aniston, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you could see it a little more now, her aging, but man, for a long time.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. Okay, Derek. Other things we should talk about. Adult Swim. They're working on 3 movies. So, Adult Swim had, if you guys were too young back then, Adult Swim had this lineup of original TV shows that they were putting out back in the day. And, you know, you guys might remember C-Lab 2021. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, which has a spin-off now called Bird Girl. But we're getting movies based on these 3 properties that we're showing on screen right now: Aqua Teen Hunger Force, The Venture Brothers, and Metalocalypse. Derek, have you seen any of these?
I seen the first one.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, very, very briefly. That was because my dad was watching it, but I was not allowed to watch that as a young kid. I was told it was too mature.
It was
that
too
I had to
mature.
watch it when I was a little older. So
I think these would be right up your alley, bud, kids. These are hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm sure now I would love it, right? I mean, I kind of forget about it when you grow up. Like,
yeah.
Allowed to. I don't know if I should really.
I would recommend these, man. I would definitely recommend these.
Right. Okay.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, most definitely. And the Venture Brothers are kind of like the precursor to Archer in some ways. They're
okay.
They're like an in-between of Archer and Johnny Quest.
So
it's pretty funny.
Right on.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Okay.
It's pretty
Okay.
funny. I would recommend.
That's cool that they're coming out with movies. That's good on them for doing that.
Yeah, man. Adult Swim, man, getting that budget finally to give us what we want, because they were saying, you know, there are a lot of vocal fans of these properties, and we might as well start pushing out content for them. I don't know if this is going to be on HBO Max. Let me reread the article.
If it is, I'm pumped.
Yes, HBO Max. These are coming out on HBO Max.
Yes.
Yes.
Can't wait.
And in our last bit of nostalgia tripping, Derek, we've got screenshots of the upcoming He-Man TV series on Netflix, or streaming series on Netflix, and these look beautiful, man.
Yes, they do.
The power of Grayskull is with these, and like we mentioned earlier on, I think this was in the start of the episode. The show is run by Kevin Smith, the guy who made Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, all those wonderful movies, and some movies that weren't so wonderful, like Tusk and Yoga Hosers. Those are real movies that he made. So this is done with the help, I think, of the animation house of Castlevania, so you can actually kind of see the art style shining through. And man, this is, from what I hear, very well written. So it's oh man, I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yeah. Oh, Francis was talking about modern memes spawning from the Adult Swim shows, for sure, dude. For sure. Okay, so yeah, they're going through these, man.
Dude, they look amazing.
I can't wait.
I used to have that tiger as a toy.
Battle Cat. Ooh, you did?
It did. Just the tiger though, like not the armor, but
So
man, it was so
lucky.
cool.
Oh,
So
man.
sick, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
Does this mean the return of Skeletor?
Yes, it does, Derek. Skeletor is coming back, and guess who he's voiced by? I think you know. I think we've mentioned this on the show before. He's being voiced by Mark Hamill.
Oh my god, dude, I want to watch it just for that. Oh.
And Queen Cersei herself, Lena Headey, is voicing his evil female sidekick, Evil Lynn. That's her real name. Evil Lynn.
Oh, I mean, what? Sorry, wrong show. Oh, yes, I can't wait. That's so awesome. Damn, that's amazing.
It's gonna be a great show.
What a cast.
Yeah, man. Like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this. I know they also announced the release date. Hold on, He-Man release date, Netflix.
Did they give a rating on the possibility? Is it gonna be pretty bloody? Is it gonna be pretty not bloody?
They haven't really spoiled that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So, apparently this will be on July 23.
Wow, that is really quick. Is that also on HBO Max or?
This is Netflix. This one is gonna be on
Netflix. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, the thing is too. You're mentioning the Castlevania. I'll know for sure that the fight scenes are gonna be insane. So regardless if there's not blood or not, but damn, I can't wait, man. I mean, look at him.
So
Damn, look at that man.
Look at that. Look at
those.
He-Man.
Look at those nipple knees. Look at those knees on.
And fangs and teeth and
fangs.
Yeah, look at the shot of Skeletor. Even from behind, it just looks great.
Dude, his freaking muscles have muscles. God damn. Look at him, man. He's freaking beefy. The nipples of power. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We got some like druid-like thing there. That's kind of cool.
Oh, Francis is saying new memes from He-Man, from the modern He-Man. Yeah, dude. I'll be so
they'll
down
come,
for
man.
that.
They will come.
Look at Orko.
Yeah, that's a new Skeletor meme. Yes, please. Or they just say it. That'd be kind of cool.
Dude,
too.
This is one thing I noticed is Prince Adam is super scrawny. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a meme. Like, I want Prince Adam. We have Prince Adam at home, and then Prince Adam at home is like super scrawny.
Yeah, right.
My gosh.
Oh man, that's exciting. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be so good.
It looks.
I'm gonna definitely tell my dad about this. My dad's a huge He-Man fan, so he's gonna love that.
He's gonna love this.
Yeah, man, he loves He-Man, and he's the reason why I got the He-Man and Thundercats. He'd love those. So.
Okay, Derek, we've waited long enough. I know you want to talk about Venom.
Venom. Yes, I do. Let's do it.
Let's just go straight into it, man. Let's get. I want to get your thoughts. Yeah, we talked about this briefly when the trailer first released in our chat group, but I want to get your thoughts, your unadulterated thoughts.
Definitely.
Don't hold back.
So, my thoughts are a little biased. I love Venom. Yeah, on the trailer, yeah, I'm a little biased, but I was a little shook from the singing. I could be wrong, but I've read a lot of. I won't say I've read every single Venom comic out there. I've read a lot. I don't remember Venom singing ever, but it's a nice. I mean, following the first movie, I get it. I kind of get like it's the personality of Eddie here. So, but the more exciting thing for me was, man, knowing that it's Carnage. And Mrs. Chen, I love that. I love the little nod. People might have missed it. You saw the Stan Lee comic there in that little scene. When he walked into the shop. Yeah, actually, the Venom actually kind of like fixes it. I love it. That's my favorite part. He fixes it. Gives the proper respect to Stan Lee. I think he was in the first one too, right? He was like he wasn't the first one. I remember. He did. I thought he was like a citizen. I thought he was like on the street and like. I can't remember, but anyways, initial thoughts, man. This looks epic.
You're right. He was.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, the initial thoughts looks epic, like a lot better than the first one. Just a lot more things going on. Obviously, it's Carnage, man. Like, damn, Carnage is like a big baddie in Marvel. So I can't just wait to see this unfold.
I mean, the trailer is that like the I don't think we talked about the name of the movie. It's called Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah,
I love that part, man. You see the little tendril push the liquid out. That was sick, man. See, I mean, I am sad, man. And the thing is, it's not Spider-Man based, and I kind of think I know who that girl is in the prison. Carnage did have well, not Carnage, but Cletus had a love interest, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's her, and they did a lot of stuff together in the comics. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen here, and praying for possibly. I mean, it is Sony, guys, and we all know Spider-Man owns Sony, so please just
So you're hoping
man.
for a tie-in to the
Yeah,
universe.
you know.
Because they did talk about how this isn't directly in the MCU.
Yeah, they did.
But we're getting a lot of multiverse magic.
Yes.
So
I mean, the director is MCU related. It's Andy Serkis, man. Like, I want to watch it alone just for that, man. I respect that actor so much, dude. Like, he's such a great human. I love him, man. He's amazing. I want to see his I want to see cinema through his eyes. Ooh. You know, so I'm very excited for this. And oh yeah, man, it looks good. Venom looks great as he always does. I watch it just to see Venom animated and do Venom things like eat people. So I hope they didn't spoil too much of the movie in the trailer like they kind of did in the first one. But
yeah, well, that first one did throw us for a loop when we got more of the action scenes and the actual plot, and it's just like
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little bit more. So like sexy Venom, that was cool. But yeah, definitely excited, man. Carnage is a staple in any Venom thing, so I'm happy to see that, and hopefully we get a little bit more than what we asked for, like we did the first one. So yeah. How about you, man? What do you think watching it?
So here's the thing: I want to reserve more of my thoughts when we actually see the movie, because you know the trailer can always be one way when the movie is another, as we saw with the Watchmen movie back in the day with Zack Snyder. But just off the cuff from the trailer, it feels like they're trying too hard to have that MCU tone, and I don't think they have to, because they have they have two amazing talents now. They have Tom Hardy, who is a gem, an underappreciated gem, and now they have Woody Harrelson, who's also a fantastic actor. I'm not gonna lie, Derek. I feel like if this was in the hands of Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, it'd be a lot better.
Oh man, definitely, man. It would be so good.
But this is what we're getting, and I hope that it's better than the last one. I hope that it feels more cohesive than the last one, because the last one felt like a lot of chopped up story points were kind of mashed together.
I agree.
With the visuals kind of outshining everything else, which is, I guess, what they were hoping for. But again, that's just off the cuff, and I know. Francis says, "I love how Harold plays." Almost giggled, saying Woody Harrelson is a fantastic actor. He is, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I loved him in Zombieland. He was great. Tallahassee? No, but
Tallahassee?
I think there's so much potential with Venom, and I hope they play the cards that they have, the pieces of the chessboard that they have well enough to have us reach the point where maybe they could be part of the MCU and get that. If we don't get that interaction here, get it eventually with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, because that dynamic between Eddie Brock and Peter Parker has never been
so good, man.
It's never it's great, right? And it's never been as straightforward as these guys are rivals, or these guys are these guys don't like each other. Like, there is a level of respect that ends up happening eventually, and I kind of want to see how this would work with a young Spider-Man in a very, very in his prime Eddie Brock. And this isn't the jerk Eddie Brock we've seen in the comics or in the 90s TV series. This is an Eddie Brock that is, again,
or from that mature 70s show.
Yeah. This is an Eddie Brock that you kind of want to like. So I want to see how that plays. And hopefully this is a stepping stone towards is all I can do.
Yeah, man. I agree with you. That's why I tell everybody just to watch the movie to give it traction, because we all know if Marvel, aka Disney, wants something, they'll buy it. Okay? So let them buy Venom and just incorporate it with Spider-Man. Like,
I thought you were gonna say let them buy Sony.
Just let them buy it. Just give them Venom. I want to see the white spider on the chest, man. I want to see the web slinging Venom. I want to see it so bad. And like Harold said, the banter with Peter. The thing I am happy with, though, is based off this trailer alone, they actually seem to be possibly going off a more recent Carnage issue, like comic issue. Mm-hmm. So that's actually intriguing to see. They're actually kind of stepping into a narrative from the comics. So thank you, Andy Serkis, for that. I really hope something comes out of it though, man. Yeah. Well, let's just hope. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. And we got a couple of reminders for everyone. So again, Love, Death, and Robots season 2 is out now. MODOK, the Hulu TV series that's kind of like Adult Swim animated, airs May 21. So in 5 days, we get that TV series out on the interwebs. Marvel's What If series. So this is the non-canonical, expanding the multiverse possibilities where things like Peggy Carter becoming Captain Britain and T'Challa being abducted by the Ravagers when he was a kid is officially coming to Disney Plus in August. So that being said, Derek, we're getting Loki in June. We're getting Black Widow in July. Marvel's What If in August, and then Shang-Chi in September. So back to back months.
And MODOK this month. So I mean, you're set.
Right.
We set.
Right.
We all set. I'm actually quite interested. I'll say interested in MODOK. It's a very different take on Marvel, right? Like on how they're gonna.
Yeah, it's a little more humorous.
Yeah, a little more like Family Guy type humor, it seems. So we'll see.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna watch it, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Iron Hammer stream. We haven't seen Iron Hammer in the chat in a long time, Derek. He says that, did I make it? Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You always make it, no matter what time it is.
In our hearts, you're here, even though you can't make it to the show. We always think, what would something clever Ion or Francis would say at this moment?
Well, speaking of clever, Francis says high key excited for Loki, so perfect.
Oh man, did we talk about this? Loki is going to be on Wednesdays instead of Fridays.
Ooh, I kind of like it. I don't think I've ever had a middle of the week
because
episode.
we have Bad Batch on Fridays, right?
Oh, true.
So good week. Good week. There we go. It's a good time to be a geek. And there's a little bit more news, but I think we can save this for not on the
Francis. God damn it! Oh, Francis, you never fail.
He doesn't want to do it on Thor's Day. Francis, he doesn't want to do it on Thor's Day.
You know what? Maybe it's in relation to the show. Like it's the show's about time, right? Maybe it's really Friday, but it's Wednesday for Earth people.
Oh man. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Derek, do you think we have time to talk about the Bad Batch, or do you want to do that next episode?
We can do it next episode. We can do 2.
Ooh, 3 and 4.
We can do those. We can start off with that if you want to do that. I'm down.
That sounds like an Omega level plan, Derek.
Yeah, that sounds like a techie way that I'm echoing these words in such a way that
something Wrecker Wolf.
Yeah, something that way I will track your scent by Hunter and Alpha Omega.
Oh, Hunter, sorry. Wrecker, Hunter.
Yeah, it's not good.
Crosshair.
Oh, my soul, Guerrera, is like wanting to talk about this. Oh, I don't know. I kept trying to go.
Derek, your puns are tarking off, man.
Are we missing these puns like stormtroopers? Hey! My soul. Your soul, Guerrera?
Your soul, Guerrera.
I mean, hold on. Your soul, Guerrera. I can't even do the eyes so hard.
The Forrest Whitaker eye. Dude, Saw Gerrera saw some stuff, man. Like that.
He did, man.
That eye twitch.
He knows things.
He knows things.
He knows some stuff.
Man, like if people from the World War II, if people from like the Vietnam War and the Korean War are like scarred for life, and those were like less than a decade. Imagine Saw Gerrera's like 40-year war on the Empire.
Right. I'm actually more intrigued because in Rogue One, right? He had like a breathing apparatus, right?
Oh yeah.
I want to know how he got that. Is it from? You
think Corsair shot him? Crosshair?
Corsair. Yeah, I maybe, dude. Right? We'll never know.
Oh my gosh.
We'll find out maybe next week's episode.
Dude, Ion just said Forrest Whitaker. My word, sir.
I love it. I'm gonna say that from now on. That's so good.
Oh,
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh my god. That's amazing, man.
It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And it's been a great episode. Stuff. Another 2 hours.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff. This is amazing.
Another 2-hour episode, man. It's too long. It's too long. But so good. So good. And we're so glad people were able to catch up on us. And we're thankful for the raids from Under the Bridge Productions and Film Fumblers. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. But now, Derek, we must bid adieu. We must say goodbye. We have to say goodbye. And why isn't our leaderboard showing up? Oh, there it is. I had to pull it up. Derek, we want to thank all our most recent followers. Like A Papi 08, Corman 211, Joan. I don't. Is it Joan Tazi Salati? No,
Joan Taz is a lady. That's what it is.
It's so weird seeing it like in all caps because we normally see it in chat as like in smaller letters, like in the lowercase.
Yeah, right.
So when I see it in all caps, it's like I know how to say this, but I don't know how to say it.
It happens to me all the time, man. I'll notice someone's name in chat. I'm like, oh wait, that actually says this. I'm an idiot. Like,
oh man,
I think it's a common thing for people that reading things quick.
The Nordic Bear, Wolf Girl, baby. Main Snack, DJB_remix, Rayal669, that's my buddy Ray from my raid team, Mecha Mika, and Guess Me Now. We also want to give a shout out to Joe for cheering us on with them 10 bits last week. Joe! Francis, giving a shout out to Francis, who was on his 31st month sub. Derek.
Damn. Yes.
The race is heating up with Human Panda, because Human Panda hasn't subbed recently, but he's given a ton of gifted subs in the past, so
yes, there's
plenty of room in our hearts for everyone.
Yes,
Derek, so who do we have room in our hearts for, these subscribers? What are the names of these people, Derek?
We have room for everybody. Well, I'm confused. You want me to go down the list, right?
Yes.
I was like, wait. I thought it was a test. Like, are the quits? Did we get a name for our subscribers now? Like, I'm like, wait.
We still need it, man. We
need more. Yes.
I'm still voting for Q Society.
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's use that right now. Chat. If you guys have an idea, what would you guys like to be called? It sounds kind of weird to say, but you get it. Like the quitters just kind of sounds weird, so let's not do that. It sounds like negative. So
Q-Sock. Ooh, the Q.
You know what? As you guys put that in there, let me go down the list. Not far behind Human Panda, we have BMO King at third here with 28 subs. Thank you, BMO King. We appreciate you. We also have Miko P, Nerf Diva, Sensei Humor, whoever that is, Notorious KGM, InstaDC, Nope_plays, Ion Hammer Stream, Visa is, Neo Gear, Booty Night, Zilfox, Denuncy, The Fury Bot, King Tiger 105, New Molly, Zeffy Buns, and of course, last but not the least, it's Mark Lester B. And of course, everybody who always watches and supports and lurks and chats. We love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love you guys give us. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Too good to us. Thank you guys so much. Dude, yeah, I
love
it.
You sockers, I like it.
I like it. You guys can catch us on Facebook and Twitter at Quit Stalling Us. We're on Instagram at Quit Stalling. Check out our stories sometimes. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/quitstalling, and of course here on twitch.tv/quitstalling, where we go live on the regular. Derek, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling Geekcast?
You guys can find me on my stream at Sensei Humor, right there you go, right there. Usually playing Phasmophobia at night, but you could catch us playing Overwatch like we did yesterday with Herald. Really sexy guy there. But yeah, we do a lot of stuff, guys. So you can catch me there. I'm also on Twitter, Sensei Humor _. Everything else, YouTube, Instagram, is all Sensei Humor. So I hope to see you guys there. If not, you guys can see Herald at where, Herald?
At Herald Plays, Derek.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram and on Twitter. And of course, here on the Quit Stalling Geekcast. Sometimes you're going to see a show pop up on Wednesdays called Game Bite. We're on hiatus right now, but we're planning our return. So stay tuned for that. And that's about it. Sometimes you'll catch me on Sensei Humor stream where I get carried by them and just be like, Derek, please, I'm dying. Rest me. I'm dead. It's over.
Be on me. What?
Oh, no.
I mean, no. Sorry.
No.
Spread the love on me. That's what I meant to say.
That's bad. And yeah, we're looking to do some stuff together and have some more fun. So just, keep your eyes peeled for that. Derek, take us away, buddy.
All right, guys. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you guys for hanging out and spending time with us. But it's time to leave. We love you guys. But you know where to find us. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Until then, get off your butts and spread the love. Death and robots. We'll see you next week, baby.
We're spitting venom.